platform, we can thank Hannah for stopping the alarm. I'm just kidding. Let's do introductions, starting with Haley Masonette. Is it Masonette with Albany CrossFit Barbell Club. Next, we have Mackenzie Lewis with Cup of Joe Weightlifting. Cassandra never made it up. Hannah Salzberg, Warwick Weightlifting Club. Emily Dove, Iron Forged Weightlifting. Griselda Villado, Iron Forged Weightlifting. HK Chow, New York Weightlifting Academy. Claire Ryan Hager, Sona Weightlifting. And Madeline Foley, New York Weightlifting Academy. Cassandra, did you come out at any point? Are you here? Okay. Athletes, if you want to get your line of sight, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, head on back, and we have a 10-minute clock. Kilos. Hannah, your clock has started. And that is a good lift for Hannah. Off to a good start. We are going to put on 47, please, loaders. This will be, again, for Hannah, should she choose to take it. Mackenzie Lewis will be up next. Loaders, can we please bump it up to 49, actually? This is going to be Mackenzie Lewis's first attempt. Lifting with Cup of Joe Weightlifting. Clock has started for Mackenzie. That is a good lift for Mackenzie. Loaders, tighten up 49, please. We've got 2 athletes currently calling for this. This will be for Emily Dove, Iron Forged Weightlifting, first attempt, to be followed by Hannah. Emily, your clock has begun. That is a good lift for Emily. We're going to keep 49 on the bar. Still, this will be for Hannah Salzberg of Warwick Weightlifting, to be followed by Emily Dove as of now. Hannah, your clock has begun. That is a good lift for Hannah. We're going to tighten up 49. Nope, sorry, loaders. We have gone up to 50 for now. We'll see if we stay here. This will be for Hannah Salzberg, third and final attempt with the snatch. Up next would be Griselda Velado. Loaders, keep doing that, but we're just going to throw on one more kilo. This is going to be 51, first attempt for Griselda, Iron Forge Weightlifting. To be followed by Hannah. All right, clock has started for Griselda. That is a good lift for Griselda. Loaders, can we put 52 on the bar? This is technically for Griselda, should she choose to take it. If not, it'll bump to Hannah. We have bumped to Hannah, remaining at 52. This will be Hannah's third attempt, to be followed by Mackenzie Lewis. Hannah, your clock has begun. That is a no lift for Hannah. Hannah will be credited with the 49. We'll see her back for clean and jerks. This is going to take us to 53 kilos for Mackenzie Lewis of Cup of Joe Weightlifting, to be followed by Emily Dove. Clock has started for Mackenzie. That is a no lift. Mackenzie still has a third attempt. We're going to tighten up 53. This will be for Emily Dove, to be followed by Mackenzie. Emily, your clock has begun. That is a no lift for Emily, who still has a third attempt with the snatch. We're going to tighten up 53, please, loaders. This will be for Emily, should she choose to take this. Mackenzie will be up next. Clock has begun for Emily. This will be a 2-minute clock. All right. She didn't want it. Mackenzie would like to go up for a third attempt at 54, to be followed by Griselda. The blues. Clock has begun for Mackenzie. Griselda, you'll be up next. That is a no lift, but Mackenzie did get the first attempt and will come back for the clean and jerk. We're going to go to 55, please, loaders. 55. This will be for Griselda Vallado of Iron Forge Weightlifting for second attempt. Thank you, loaders. Clock has begun for Griselda. That is a good lift for Griselda. Loaders, that's going to automatically give Griselda the bump to 56. Should she choose to take it, I have a feeling we'll go up. This does give Griselda a 2-minute clock. She wants to go up. Loaders, would you mind coming back? We're going to bump up to 57. All right, 57 for third attempt. Clock has begun for Griselda. Madeline, you'll be up next. Loaders, can we bump that to 58, please? Griselda has asked for 58 for third attempt. Clock resumes. That is a no lift for Griselda. We will see Griselda back for the clean and jerks. We're going to bump up into the 60s now. 63 kilos for Madeline Foley of New York Weightlifting Academy. Thank you, loaders. Clock has begun for Madeline Foley. 63 first attempt. And that is a good first attempt. We're going to bump up to 64, the automatic increase. This will still be from Madeline Foley, so Madeline choose to take it. Claire would be up next. All right. 2-minute clock has begun for Madeline since this is a automatic increase. Nobody else following her at this weight. We're going to bump up to 66. Two-minute clock resumes. This is a 66 for a second attempt. That is a good lift for Madeline. We're going to bump up to 67. This will be for Claire Ryan Hager of Sona Weightlifting, first attempt. Madeline is technically to follow as of now. Clock has started for Claire. That is a good first lift for Claire. We are going to automatically increase to 68. And we'll see if we stay here, loaders. All right. Second attempt for Claire. Nope, didn't happen. We are going to bump up to 69. This is what Madeline Foley is currently calling for third attempt, to be followed by Haley. Clock has begun for Madeline. Third attempt, 69 kilos. That is a good lift. Madeline goes 3 for 3 in the snatch. See her back for the clean and jerks. We are going to go up to 70 now. The big reds. This will be for Haley Masonette of Albany CrossFit Barbell Club. First attempt to be followed by Claire Ryan Hager. Audience, can we please give the loaders a round of applause? They are lifting a ton of weight and doing a great job. Thank you so much, floaters. Very much appreciated. All right, clock has started, Haley. That is a no lift for Haley. We're going to tighten that up, please, loaders. This will actually be for Claire Ryan Hager of Sona Weightlifting for a second attempt. Going back to Haley after that. Clock has started for Claire. Good lift for Claire. Loaders, just tighten it up again, please. This is going to remain at 70 for Haley Masonette. Second attempt, lifting for Albany CrossFit Barbell Club. To be followed technically by Claire. We shall see. Clock has started for Haley. There we go. Good lift for Haley. Loaders, we're going to give an automatic increase to 71 for Haley. We'll see if we stay here. Cassandra Fortune is to follow. Two-minute clock has started for Haley. There's the change. We're going to go to 73, please, loaders. This is going to be for Cassandra Fortune. This will be Cassandra's first attempt. Clock has started. That is a good lift by majority for Cassandra. We're going to, tighten up to 73. Tighten up to 73. This is for Claire Ryan Hager of Sona Weightlifting. Currently to be followed by Cassandra. And then HK. All right, clock has started for Claire. That is a no lift for Claire. Claire will be credited with the 72nd attempt snatch. And we are going to bump up to 75, loaders, please. 75 for HK Chow. This will be a first attempt for HK, as well as a record attempt for the WSO. Clock has started for HK. That is a good lift for HK and a new WSO record. We are going to tighten up 75, please, loaders. This will be for Haley Masonette, to be followed by Cassandra. This will be Haley's third attempt. Clock has begun. That is a good lift for Haley. Nice job. We're going to go up to 76, please, loaders. Second attempt for Cassandra Fortune, to be followed by HK. Clock has started for Cassandra. That is a good lift for Cassandra. We're going to bump up to 76 with the automatic increase loaders. We'll see if we stay here. If not, we shall change to HK Chow. But for now, this is still Cassandra's bar. Two-minute clock has begun. And there's the weight change and athlete change. 78, HK Chow, second attempt. And another record attempt. Clock has begun. No, we're going to bump up. One more kilo, 79. Still HK's bar, to be followed by Cassandra. These are our last two snatches, and then we will have our break. Clock has begun for HK. 79, second attempt. And HK has broken her own record, 79 kilos. This is still going to stay at 79. Please, loaders. This is going to be for Cassandra Fortune. Third attempt. Clock has begun for Cassandra. That is a good lift by majority for Cassandra. 3 for 3 on the snatch. We're going to bump up to 82, please, loaders. This is what HK is currently calling for third and final attempt in the snatch. This also will be our last snatch attempt in this session. We'll have our break before clean and jerks. Okay, clock has started for HK. That is a no lift for HK. We will see HK back for clean and jerks. We will take our break now, 10-minute break. Come back now for Mackenzie Lewis, first attempt, followed by Hannah. Clock has begun for Mackenzie. That is a good lift for Mackenzie. We're going to do an automatic increase to 63 for Mackenzie. We'll see if she stays here. Hannah will be next, currently calling for 66. Nope, we are just going to go ahead and give Hannah her 66, please, loaders. This will be Hannah's first attempt. To be followed by Griselda. Okay. Clock has begun for Hannah. Good lift for Hannah. We're going to bump up to 67. This is for Griselda Velado of Iron Forge Weightlifting. First attempt. Emily Dove to follow. Have a number of people asking for this weight. All right, Griselda, your 1-minute clock has started. That is a good lift for Griselda. We're going to stay again at 67. This will be for Emily Dove's second attempt of the clean and jerk, to be followed by Mackenzie Lewis. Clock has started for Emily. That is a good lift for Emily. 67 remains on the bar. This will be for Mackenzie Lewis, second attempt, to be followed by Emily Dove currently, and then Hannah Salzberg. Clock has started for Mackenzie. That is a no lift, so we will tighten that up for Mackenzie. Mackenzie will get a 2-minute clock. Come back for a third attempt at 67. 2-minute clock has begun. That is a no lift by majority for Kenzie. Kenzie is credited for this first attempt of the clean and jerk with a 111 total. We're going to go up to 69 kilos. This will be for a second attempt for Hannah Salzberg of Warwick Weightlifting. Clock has begun for Hannah. That is a no lift for Hannah. We're going to tighten up 69 for Hannah for a third attempt. Hannah will get a 2-minute clock. to be followed by Emily. All right, 2-minute clock for Hannah has begun. We're going to bump up to 71. 71, this will be the third attempt for Emily Dove of Iron Forge Weightlifting, to be followed by Hannah. Thank you so much, loaders. The clock has started for Emily. That is a no lift for Emily. Emily is credited with the 67 clean and jerk, ending the day with a 116 total. 71 does remain on the bar. This is going to be the third attempt for Hannah Salzberg. Clock has started for Hannah. That is a no lift for Hannah. Hannah did end the day with a 115 total. We are going to jump up to 72. 72 is being called for by Griselda Vallado of Iron Forge Weightlifting. Second attempt. Clock has started for Griselda, to be followed by Madeline. That is a good lift for Griselda. Automatic increase to 73, please, loaders. We will see if we stay here. I feel like Griselda will bump up. This does give Griselda a 2-minute clock, to be followed by Madeline. Clock has started. We're going to add 1 more kilo, please, loaders. We're going to bump up to 74 for Griselda. Third attempt. Clock resumes. Griselda wants to go up again. 75 kilos, please, loaders. Clock resumes. Great effort. Griselda ends with a total of 127. Fabulous. We are going to bump up to 85. 85, please. Loaders, this will be the first attempt for Madeline Foley of New York Weightlifting Academy, to be followed by Claire Ryan Hager. Thank you, loaders. Clock has started for Madeline. That is a good lift for Madeline. We're going to get the automatic increase to 86. This will remain Madeline's bar for now. This does give us a 2-minute clock. Claire to follow. Clock has begun for Madeline. There it is, up increase to 88 for Claire Ryan Hager of Sona Weightlifting. First attempt of the clean and jerk, to be followed by Madeline. Clock has started for Claire. That is a good lift for Claire. We're going to go to 89. Second attempt for Madeline Foley. Technically to be followed by Claire as of right now, and then Haley Masonette. Clock has begun for Madeline. That is a no lift for Madeline. We will tighten that up and keep 89 on the bar. We'll see if Madeline comes back out for a third attempt. To be followed currently by Haley Masonette and then Cassandra Fortune. 2-minute clock has started for Madeline. And that is a good lift for Madeline, ending the day with 158 total. The bar is going to change to 90 kilos. This will be the first attempt for Haley Masonette, to be followed by Cassandra Fortune. Clock has started for Haley. That is a good lift for Haley. We're going to keep the bar at 90, please, loaders. Just tighten it up. This will be for Cassandra Fortune, first attempt at the clean. As of now, to be followed by Haley and then Claire. Clock has begun for Cassandra. That is a no lift for Cassandra. Cassandra gets to come back because we're going to tighten up that bar. This will be a 2-minute clock for Cassandra. Second attempt to be followed by Haley Masonette and then Claire Hager. Clock has begun for Cassandra. We're going to bump up to 91. 91. This will be for Haley Masonette, second attempt, followed by Claire Ryan Hager, clock has started for Haley. Change in athlete, change in weight. We're going to go up to 92. This will be for Claire, Ryan Hager's second attempt, to be followed by Haley. Clock has begun for Claire. Good lift for Claire. 92 stays on the bar, please, loaders. This will be for Haley Masonette, second attempt, to be followed by Cassandra, also for second attempt. Okay. Clock has started, Haley. Change in athlete. This will be for Cassandra Fortune, staying at 92. Second attempt. Clock has begun for Cassandra. That is a good lift for Cassandra. 93 loaders. We're going to go up, automatic increase. This will be for Haley Masonette's second attempt. I'd also like the audience to know that Claire Ryan Hager has scratched for the third attempt, ending the day at 162. Fabulous job. Clock has started for Haley. That is a good lift for Haley. Bumping up to 94. Automatic increase. This will be Cassandra's third attempt, followed by Haley, and then HQ finally gets to come back out. Clock has started for Cassandra. Change in athlete. This is now going to go to Haley Masonette. Clock has begun for Haley's third attempt, 94 kilos. $95 kilos is being called for by Cassandra for a third attempt, followed by Haley, and then HK. Clock has started for Cassandra's third attempt, 95 kilos. Good lift by majority. Cassandra ends the day with a 174 total. 96 is going to go on the bar now for a third attempt for Haley Masonette. With HK coming out next, currently calling for 100. Clock has started for Haley. We're going to bump up to 98 for Haley. Still remains Haley's third and final lift of the day. Clock has resumed for Haley. A hundred is what was being asked for now. Please, loaders, thank you so much. This is going to be for HK Chow. First attempt. This is our last first attempt of this session and of the day. Thank you so much, loaders. Clock has started for HK's 100 kilo first attempt. Good lift by majority and a new WSO record by 14 kilo jump. We're going to keep 100 kilos on the bar, please. Loaders, this will be for Haley Masonette's third and last attempt. Audience, one more time, can we just give a round of applause to the loaders? They've lifted so much, and it's so much appreciated. Move so quickly. Wonderful job. Clock has started for Haley's third attempt at 100 kilos. No lift for Haley, but Haley is credited with the 93 clean and jerk for a total of 168 kilos. 105 is going to go on the bar, please, loaders. This will be HK's second attempt. See if HK can break the record that was just broken. All right, clock has started for HK. Good lift and another record. This is going to result in an automatic increase to 106. We'll see if we stay. Remains HK's bar. HK is our last lifter. This is our last lift of the day. $107. 107 on the bar for the third attempt. Your clock has started, HK. Thank you, loaders. 108. 108 for third attempt. Clock has started for HK. Hey, loaders. 110. 110 for third attempt for HK. Last lift of the day. Thank you so much, loaders. Thank you. 110, third attempt. HK, your clock has is resuming. And that is a great way to end the session with a good lift and another record broken. Great job, athletes. That ends the sessions on the blue platform for the day.